Top sources have told headlines today that the central government and the BJP are both unhappy with Minister of State and External Affairs General VK Singh's tweet after he attended Pakistan High Commission's dinner on Pakistan's National Day. The government sources have told headlines today he was central government's representative during this event. The general, after Pakistan's National Day celebrations, had 5 tweets on duty and disgust, and his 11th tweet, his 6th tweet, which was at 11 p.m, said he was disgusted to see how certain sections of the media are twisting the issue. The first tweet was duty, that's a task or action that a person is bound to perform for moral or legal reasons. The 4th tweet, which was on disgust, to sicken or to fill with loathing, to offend the moral sense, principles or taste of. These were his tweets, and this has both the BJP and the government angry. Headlines today is Brijesh joins me with more on this story. Brijesh, tell us what your sources are telling you.
Well, Gaurav, when General VK Singh went and attended the Pakistan High Commission's Pakistan National Day, and when he tweeted, there was a sense of disbelief in the government circuit because, what our sources have told us is that General VK Singh had been informed of the fact that he had to go to Pakistan High Commission to attend this national function a few days ago. So it was not as if, he was told this in a nick of time. And once you are a minister, your personal likes and dislikes cease to reflect on your ministry. He went there as a minister of MOS External Affairs, not as a retired general VK Singh. What many other in the government is that, the fact that Prime Minister also, despite having a very strained relationship with Pakistan, greeted Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. So there was no point for the general to make these 2 tweets about duty and disgust. And I think the general immediately realized the kind of folly he has done, because immediately after that, within 5 minutes of his duty and disgust tweet, he also tweeted that he is disgusted with the way section of media has twisted his comments. So it's very clear that General VK Singh realized this, and I think it has been communicated to him to adopt a more pragmatic approach in future. Gaurav?
Okay. The general, of course, clarified at 11:06 that his disgust was more to do with a certain section of the media, how they were twisting the issue. But that clearly, does that cut ice with the BJP and the government, or is it perceived that his duty and disgust was more to do with the duty was to attend the Pak High Commission National Day event, and the disgust was the fact that he had to do it?
Well, Gaurav, one thing is clear that, that the BJP also realizes what he meant when he tweeted this duty and disgust tweet. I mean, nobody is that innocent or naive here. But the general also realized what he has done, and I think when his tweet started getting flashed in media circuit and his tweet was started interpreted as some sort of a Twitter rebel, he was quick to recognize the kind of potential damage this could do to him, and he put forth a tweet saying that he's now disgusted that the way a section of media is interpreting his tweet, where his tweet was very, very clear. Attending the National Day at Pakistan High Commission, he came out and he sent these 2 tweets. So there was no other reference to the tweet. So BJP also understands it, but, if you look at the larger geopolitical scenario, the BJP also doesn't want to press issue in public, but privately, yes, he has been communicated what the government and the party feels about this particular incident. Gaurav?
Brijesh, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. General VK Singh is former Chief of the Army Staff. He won from the Ghaziabad parliamentary constituency. He's a Union Minister of State for External Affairs, and he's in the line of fire for his 6 controversial tweets, duty and disgust. This barely hours after he attended Pakistan's National Day celebrations. This was hosted by Pakistan's High Commissioner to India, Abdul Basit. The tweets are being seen as his anger on display. He is the Junior Minister for External Affairs. He was asked by the government to represent the government at Pakistan's National Day. Of course, there is no direct correlation between the tweet and Pakistan's National Day. The general chose not to respond to queries on this issue. But there were 5 tweets immediately after this. The first tweet was at 10 p.m., 1 minute after 10, where he said duty is a task or action that a person is bound to perform for moral or legal reasons. The second tweet was duty, the force that binds one's morally or legally to one's obligation. The third tweet, duty, a job or service allocated. Was this then the duty that he was referring to attend Pakistan's National Day? The fourth tweet was disgust, to sicken or fill with loathing. Disgust, to offend the moral sense, principles or taste of. These were 5 tweets. Was this that he was disgusted being there? In these pictures, of course, the general is smiling as he talks to Abdul Basit, Pakistan's High Commissioner to India. The general, we are told, did not eat or drink anything at Pakistan High Commission. He stayed there. The national anthem of India and Pakistan was played out, and soon after he left. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah also asked the general and said that it's his job as MOS External Affairs to attend diplomatic events. So what was the duty and disgust all about? The Congress party launched a frontal attack on MOS External Affairs General VK Singh after his duty and disgust tweet. Congress leader Manish Tiwari asked him to resign if he was so disgusted by his task.